to my channel. Today's video is going to be another exciting new video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my picks for overhyped beauty products. I've been wanting to do this video for a while to talk to you guys and give you guys some feedback as to some products I have tried out that I just feel like didn't live up to the hype. I think it's important to do because, like I said in my anti-haul video, we talk about all these products that we love and you hear all these companies coming out with new products, or all these bloggers talking about them, or some bloggers being paid to talk about them, and it's hard to decipher what's actually good, what's not, what you should maybe be a little bit more cautious of, or what you should really spend your hard-earned coin on. You know what I'm saying? I do have two things to mention to you guys. The first is that this video is going to be a collaboration with my dear friend Janna Cookies. I've talked about Janna before on my channel. I've mentioned her a couple times here and there. We talk makeup all the time. I actually got to kick it with her when I was in California, the Ipsy OS party, not last year but the year before that. I have all of her channel information and her Instagram handles and stuff down below for you guys, so you guys could go check her out. Highly recommend you check her out. She's literally the best person for hauls and reviews. She gives such good in-depth information about the brand, about the making of the product. She gives swatches. She just has very detailed videos, which is what I really like about her channel. And I think it's super helpful, especially as a consumer, especially as somebody who watches YouTube videos for like reviews and feedbacks and stuff. You definitely want to have that in a video. Janna does a really good job of incorporating some of those details into every single one of her videos that she has. So if you guys are interested in checking out some new YouTubers, if you guys are interested in checking out some really good, honest reviews, go ahead and check out Janna Cookies. And I have no idea what she's going to be talking about in her video. We're both doing the same overhyped video. We didn't talk about what products we were going to mention, so she could have the same ones or completely different ones. You're just going to have to go to her channel and find out yourself. And the second thing I want to mention to you guys is I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt and take this as like encouragement to do your own research. These are just my opinions, my thoughts, my feelings on these certain products, and I will give you justifications for it. But I know that some people are going to disagree with certain products. Some people are going to be like, I've never experienced that. And I'm not saying that all of these products are bad. I would never use them. I regret buying them. I'm simply saying that they're okay, or I like them, but they didn't live up to the hype that they were given. If you guys are interested in some of my picks for overhyped beauty products, then just go ahead and stay tuned and keep watching. All right, so let's talk about palettes first. This first one, you guys are probably not gonna be shocked in because I did mention it in my anti-haul video briefly, but I did wanna go a little bit more in depth. This is from Huda Beauty, the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Textured Eyeshadow Palette. It's this one here, and it comes with a sleeve. You take it off, and here is the palette. Right off the bat is one of the reasons why I feel like this product is so overhyped. This is a paper cardboard sleeve. This is like a hard cardboard material. Cardboard. Really? This is a $65 palette, and you're gonna give it to us in a cardboard sleeve and cardboard. Now, I do have other palettes that are cardboard. Those palettes that are made from cardboard or hard paper tend to be more drugstore palettes or more affordable palettes. I just feel for $65, that must be extremely amazing and out of this world if you're gonna give it to us in a paper sleeve and cardboard. When we actually get into this palette, I feel like it's just an okay palette. I've seen so many people trying to justify, well, you gotta use them wet. Well, you gotta use them with your finger instead of a brush. And I totally understand that, but a good eyeshadow palette I don't think should be you can only use it with your fingers or you can only use it with your brush. When you look at it, it's a nice shade, but you can see at the top that it's patchy. So like right here. A good eyeshadow palette has pigmentation whether you use brush or finger, and then if you get it wet, it just intensifies the pigmentation. For the hype that this was given, for the amount of people that talked about this palette, for the price of this palette, I just don't think it lives up to it. The next palette, I'm actually kind of like upset to admit that it didn't live up to the hype because I really wanted it to, and it was really expensive, but I just don't feel like this specific palette lived up to the hype. Let me just get into it. From Natasha Denona, this is the Star palette. I actually like this. It's a very nice palette. It's got stitching on it, and then it's magnetic, so it closes really nicely. I do gotta say the Natasha Denona shadows are good. They are good shadows, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this is a bad product. The issue that I have with this palette, and the mattes are more pigmented than other ones, and for some reason I just don't pick this up every day. Like, this isn't one of those palettes that I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to use it today. I overlook it, you know, and I don't know why that is. I think it is the color setup of this. I just feel like colors don't really go together. You can create looks with this for sure, but I just feel like for $129, I should want to use this palette every single day, or it should like really draw me in. So I do have to talk about one brand of lashes. I know that this isn't new. So many people have talked about this, but I was like, really stubborn and I refuse to listen. Lower lashes are not living up to the hype. I have the like wispy set. It has like wispy sweet nothing, girl you crazy, and wispy me away. That's what they look like. I wore it twice, and after the second time I wore it, it started breaking apart. Like some of the hairs came off. They're like so delicate, and they don't even add that much like volume or like length to your lashes. It just, I don't know, like something about these lashes just doesn't draw me in. And again, I'm just not seeing what's like so amazing about it. So sticking with eyes, I do have some eyeshadows I want to talk to you guys about, and this is probably going to be one of those where either you love it or you hate it. These are from ColourPop, and these are their Super Shock shadows. Now when they first came out, swatches were like amazing, everybody was on board. I think maybe I even raved about some of them at one point, but just after trying out their new formula of eyeshadows, after trying out more other eyeshadows, I just feel like these don't really give me as much as some other ones. They're not as easy to work with as other ones. So I have two here. I have one of their mattes and I have one of their shimmer shades. You can see them right there. You don't see that much shine. You don't see that much color. They're patchy. Because they are that like squishy texture, you have to find a certain brush to work with them. You have to do certain things to get them to work. I've never been able to use these and have it be like very metallic, crazy pigmented like some other YouTubers. And I just feel like these are so hyped up all the time. And I feel like when they first came out, they were hella hyped up. And I don't know, I personally don't think that they're as great as everybody says they are. Last thing from ColourPop is the same thing with their Super Shock cheek blushes. I just feel like these you have to work with certain ones. There's a swatch of it there, and this is like a crazy pigmented color. You should get crazy pigmentation, but you don't. I just feel like there's other blushes out there on the market that maybe aren't as inexpensive, but they just live up to the hype so much more than those. I do have one highlighter to talk about, and again, this is probably going to be no surprise to you guys, and I really want you to know that I'm not trying to talk shit about anyone. If you like this product, I'm not trying to talk shit about the brand or their creator. I just don't see the big hurrah about this product. Becca Cosmetics in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Highlighter. Gorgeous shade highlighter. Of course, this is a Becca highlighter, so it's going to be very good pigmentation. And I feel like a lot of people don't draw that distinction. Becca has a great highlighter formula. Therefore, any other highlighter that she creates will most likely have that same formula. Jaclyn Hill didn't create this formula. Becca had this formula. That is what the shade is right there. It's a very, very nice peachy tone. On my hand, it looks really, really nice. It looks very pigmented. It looks really shiny. But the issue that I have with this specific one is I don't know if it's the shade that just blends in so nicely with my skin. It doesn't give me that bam highlight I'm looking for like Opal or like Moonstone does. Like I mentioned in my anti-haul video, you see all these pictures like drenched and like glowing and like, oh my gosh, so reflective. And I've never been able to create that with Champagne Pop. I don't know if it's like you gotta go in to get that kind of pigmentation, or you have to go in with a specific brush or something. I just haven't been able to use Champagne Pop as like that intense highlight that I'm looking for. And every time I go to get a highlighter, I constantly overlook this one. I don't know what it is about it. I really feel like it's just like, for me personally, it doesn't give me that shine I'm looking for. It doesn't give me that like reflective highlight that I'm looking for. So I just kind of like overlook it. But oh my goodness, like anyone on YouTubers, they're like, oh my god, I love Champagne Pop is life, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, please tell me why. Because they really want to know. So I have one foundation to talk to you guys about. This is the Kojendo Aqua Foundation. And like I said, this is a good product. I will use it. I like it. But I don't think it was like, oh my gosh, this revolutionary, amazing foundation that everybody made it out to be. Like Nicole Guerrero, Carly Bible, Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA. So many people were talking about this foundation as if it was like the foundation of life. And I'm just like, it's a great foundation, it really is, but I feel like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation is very comparable to this one. I have other foundations that do the same thing, if not kind of the same thing. They're not as expensive as this one. They cater to a lot more people. This one is the darkest shade that you go in, and I feel like this might be too light even for me right now. And I don't know, I just feel like this was talked about so much, like it was like the foundation you needed to have, and I just don't think it is. I just have two more products to talk about. Another product that's gonna be like, oh my gosh, how do you not like them? I've never had issues, blah, 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 because even when I posted something on Instagram, everybody was already saying how they never had issues and these are bomb. So these are brushes from Morphe. I'm not talking about Morphe as a brand. I'm talking about these specific brushes. Their professional studio line, I just feel like is not giving it to me as much as their other brushes. I am ride or die till the end for the Elite brushes. They're just very soft. They apply product exactly like how you wanted it. There's just so many shapes and sizes that you can pick from. I feel like that's an amazing line if you're gonna invest in brushes. Yes, they are a little bit more expensive than like these, but these, oh my god, they shed like crazy. Like the first time I used it, I literally had little like black hairs everywhere. I washed it, I feel like half the bristles came out. I find myself not reaching for these as much. They're just sitting there collecting dust on my vanity because I'm afraid that I'm gonna get more of these like shedding on there. Face brushes are pretty good, but there were a couple of eye brushes that were more rough, that it felt a lot more like the bristles were dry and like straw-like than some of the other brushes. And like I said, you may totally disagree. Maybe that's never happened with your brushes and you've bought from their studio or professional line. That's amazing if that happened, but the brushes I've tried, I've ordered from Morphe a handful of times, also visited their store, and same thing, anytime I buy anything from their professional or studio line, I've just gotten bad product. Their Flawless Elite collection and their yellow brush line are really, really good. I would stick with those if you guys are gonna buy from Morphe, because these studio and professional lines, I just don't feel like get the job done at all. And then the last thing I wanna talk to you guys about is, again, another product that I am not saying is a bad product. I still have some, I still use some. I just feel like some people need to stop hyping them up as much as they do. And these are the Kylie lip kits. I've talked about these before in a favorites video, because at that month, these were my favorite at one point. I think she's got a good formula. I think the lip pencils are amazing. The lip pencils for sure are amazing. I will use her matte lip kits. I just feel like overall her matte lip kits are very comparable. Like you can get really good lip liners from Rimmel. NYX suede matte lip liners, really good too. And the matte liquid lipsticks formulas, I feel like there are other good matte liquid lipstick formulas like the Milani ones, the Jordana ones that are very comparable to hers. They're a lot more affordable than these and they're more accessible. So I just feel like the hype that people give these, like they're the liquid lipstick to have or so amazing, is not fulfilled when I purchase these products. Alright, so that is it for this video. Leave it down in the comments below if you guys have any products that you think are so overhyped, or if you agree with any of this stuff. Like I said, you could totally disagree, and that's great if you do, if these products worked out for you and you have them. I just personally feel like these just didn't give me that, you know, that everybody was saying that they had. Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff is going to be linked down below for you guys, as well as coupon codes to help you save some money. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are aware whenever I post new videos. Also, don't forget to check out Janna's channel.